Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is John from Volkswagen Planet, and today we've got an ongoing situation with the 1972 Super Beetle in regards to the issues with the starter. As you guys, if you followed the series, you know over the weekend I called Napa, or actually placed an order online, and picked the new starter up on Sunday. Thank God I didn't give back the core, because I'm really starting to think that we got a bad starter. But before we get into the starter and the situation of what it is actually starting up, I just realized something, and I wanted to show you guys that just how very, I guess you could say, rare that people go to Napa and try to buy Volkswagen parts. And let me explain by what I mean by that. So as you guys know, I did go to Napa. I got the Bosch starter, and you can tell by the paperwork it says Bosch, and it's probably the only reason why I went to Napa. They're all the same prices, $49.95, and so I opened up the starter and went to go put it in, and we had the exact same problem as the old one. Except the only thing difference is when you hooked up the, which would be the positive, we put the positive on here, and we put the little wire that goes on here that goes to the ignition. The only thing different now is you hear a clunk in this one, whereas the old one, we had nothing. So I'm thinking that there's a problem with the armature. And, or this is not, wow. Yeah, this thing's locked up. I can't even move this thing. So I can't even turn it the other way. This, on the old one, I can turn it both ways. So yeah, this thing is definitely locked up. I didn't even realize that when I went to go, until just a couple minutes ago. But that's not the point of this video. What I wanted to show you guys is how long these parts literally sit on the shelf. Now, mind you, everybody, if you buy a part today, it has to go through its whole entire, cycle of getting worked on and everything else. But this just caught my eye. When I pulled the brand new starter out, let me flip it around here. This thing has been sitting on the shelf for over 3 years. This says, even the paperwork says it was done at, September 16th, 2016. So that tells me that, now I know parts don't go bad sitting on shelves, but this thing was on a shelf for 3 years. So that just tells you that, not many people, I guess, or there's not a big demand for a starter for a 72 Super Beetle. But I'm very impressed. Now, I don't know how to read all these, tests they did. I couldn't say, oh, well, the starting current is not high enough. I don't know how to do all that. So, to me, this is a peace of mind, but, it doesn't mean nothing because it's bad. So, again, it's a Bosch remanufactured starter, and they give you this sheet, but I didn't even realize it's been over 3 years since it's been rebuilt and it's been tested, and it's just amazing that this thing's been sitting that long. But to make I'm going to end this video right now. I got to take this thing back to Napa. So it is a very expensive. If you wanted to keep your core, it's $30. So I kept it just for peace of mind, because I'm going to break into this thing and possibly replace the solenoid, the brushes, not the brushes, the contacts, and whatever, and see what this thing actually has inside. So I figured for $30, it was well worth it, and it's a Bosch. This is the good boy. This is the good one. But this one here, I thought was a peace of mind. I spent the extra money. Or I shouldn't say I spent the extra money, but I did the extra research, and I didn't get a Duralast. I didn't get $29.95 one. I spent a good money to get this, and it's complete junk. So I'm going to take it back to Napa, maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, see what they say, see what the bench test says. But they're, to the best of my knowledge, guys, and you guys can comment below, if I've done something wrong, please let me know. But there is no way that this thing is passed, because there's not much you can to do wrong. Like I said, you put the positive lug on here, and you put the let's see here, you put the little connector on the spade there, and that's it. You can't go wrong, because if you connect it to the other ones, you just get no power whatsoever. So if I'm doing something wrong, guys, please comment below like you've been doing. I don't know what else to say. Thank you guys for coming along with my struggle. I know it's been pretty long just dealing with the starter, but hopefully maybe a year or so, or a couple years down the road, somebody else will watch this video and won't get frustrated, because without your guys' help and looking at from different point of views, I probably would have sold this thing by now. So again, thank you guys for your support. Thank you guys for commenting. Greatly appreciated. And we'll see what happens. I'll let you guys know on tomorrow's video. Take care. God bless. Have a good one. Stay warm. And have a good night.